Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my June hits and misses. I do have quite a bit of hits and I have some misses here as well. So I can't wait to share them with you guys. I've been loving a lot of new products this month. I've tried out quite a bit of stuff and I'm super interested to share with you my thoughts and some new products that I think you guys are going to love. So that is what this video is going to be on. If you guys are interested, then definitely keep watching and don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave and also hit that post notification bell. That way you're notified every single time I upload a video. And if you guys are interested in seeing all my hits and misses for the month of June, then let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first hit I'm going to talk about is actually a new deodorant that I tried. This is the Native Deodorant Coconut and Vanilla, and I actually found this at Target, and this smells so good, and this is more of a natural deodorant. It is paraben free and aluminum free. This is not supposed to help with your sweat or anything like that. Since it's more of a natural deodorant, I was kind of nervous like if I was going to smell or not, because you never know with natural deodorants. I've tried so many, they'll work for a little bit of time and then they'll just like not work at all, you know? Especially if you're like really sweating and it's hot outside. That's when you get the true test of the natural deodorants, but this one has been really great so far. I also got another one that's the Schmidt's one, I think it is, so I'm kind of just trying both of them out and seeing which one I like best, but I love the scent of this coconut vanilla. Like every time you lift up your arms, it just smells like you're at the beach and it smells so good. Like I said, a lot of natural deodorants don't work for me, but this one has been working really, really well, so I love that, and again, you can get it at Target. Next product I have for you guys is actually a face self-tanner. So this is one that I've kind of been incorporating into my routines and just using like once or twice a week to kind of give my skin some glow, especially now because I do have eyelash extensions and I got my eyebrows tinted and I've been loving them. That's another monthly favorite. I can do my makeup so fast now. It is insane. But I just like having more of a tan face right now, and I wanted to find something that was specifically for the face but also wasn't super harsh on the skin. So I saw this one from Isle of Paradise, and if you guys don't know, this is a vegan-friendly, cruelty-free, and organic self-tanning brand. And this one is in the shade Dark, and it's the self-tanning drop. So what I'll do is I'll just add this to my moisturizer at night. I do about probably 8 drops, and mix it all together, put it on my face and my neck, and it really makes my face nice and warm. Like it's not super self-tanned, but it does have a nice glow to it. It doesn't look super stark white against my tan. And you can also bring it down your neck, and it helps prolong that tan as well and keep it nice and moisturized. So I've been really loving this. I've used quite a bit of it and I just think it's great. It doesn't irritate my skin at all, which is what I was looking for, and I love that it gives just a nice natural tint to my skin. Now we're gonna move on to foundations. So my first love this month has definitely been the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Powder Foundations. These have just been so great to use. It's nice if I want to just like pop something on very fast and just even out my skin and make it look a little bit more put together, and you can just throw this in your purse, take it with you, and that's all you need, you know what I mean? So one of my quick everyday routines is like putting concealer underneath my eyes and then putting this on top all over my skin just to even everything out, and then a little bit of bronzer and I can go. And I do use the black side of the sponge as well. I've been trying so many powder foundations out, and this one is definitely my favorite. It does have a mirror, it's travel friendly. This is something that I'm actually packing in my labor and delivery bag. You know, if I'm feeling froggy and I want to have really good skin for pictures, I will have this in there just because it's easy. I don't need a beauty blender or anything like that. I can just put this on and head out the door. Definitely recommend it if you have oily skin or texture. If you're just kind of scared of powder foundations, I think you would love this. And I haven't tried it yet, but I'm sure that this would give you a super full coverage blurred out finish if you used it over like your liquid foundation. And then the other foundation that I have been loving is of course the Pacifica Light Clean Foundation. This is so beautiful on the skin. It gives a nice satin, soft, slightly dewy glow. And I hate saying the word dewy, but it is just slightly dewy because I'm oily, so a lot of the times dewy foundations just don't work for me. This one looks really great on the skin. I did a full wear test on this product, and I think on the Makeup Forever one as well, so I'll have those linked down below. But this is oil-free, anti-shine satin finish, 100% vegan and cruelty-free. It has been one of my favorites. I love it. I had to get a darker shade just for when I'm nice and self-tan. I just needed something a little bit darker. The one thing I will say, and I'll have to comment in that video where I tried this out, is if you're gonna be outside and you're sweating and you're blotting off that sweat, this will come off. It came off on my upper lip and my chin when we had our baby shower here. And I didn't realize it either because we were outside opening presents. I mean, I was sweating. I don't know, I didn't think anything of it. And then when I saw my makeup at the end of the day, I was like, oh, I could tell where I blotted my skin and like the foundation came off with the sweat. Just keep that in mind. I wouldn't use this like if you're gonna be out and about all day and you know you're gonna probably sweat a lot. I would just use it, you know, if you're like running errands or going out with your friends or something. I did wear that foundation with my Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. We went to a military ball and we got professional pictures taken with flash and it looked really good in photos. And then I have to talk about this concealer because it is one that I really did not think I was gonna love as much as I do, but this is one of my new favorite concealers because it just looks so natural on the skin. It doesn't emphasize texture or like lines, anything like that, and it looks so beautiful on its own. Every time I put it on, I'm kind of like amazed by it, but it's the Givenchy Tint Couture Eyewear Concealer in the shade 16. That is what it looks like. I love it. It looks so good with powder foundations, with liquid foundations. It's not heavy whatsoever, but it covers so much and just really brightens up your under eyes, and it looks very natural. So if you're wanting to splurge and try this guy out, I highly recommend it. Two powders I've been loving this month. This one's high-end, the other one's drugstore. So this one's the Ilia Fade Into You Soft Focus Finishing Powder. This is a really great powder that is not gonna give you flashback. It really does give you that gorgeous blurred out look. It is perfect to use if you wanna use it underneath powder foundation, like with that Makeup Forever one, if I wanna add extra concealer or something before going in with that powder foundation. I'll put the concealer on, set it a little bit with this just to make sure that concealer is locked in, and then go in with the powder foundation and it is perfect. It's not a heavy powder whatsoever. It just kind of melts into the skin and makes any foundation look so good. So if you found like that perfect foundation color for you, and sometimes, you know, sometimes those powders that you try will like alter it, like make it a little bit darker, make it a little bit lighter. This will not do that, and this is the powder I would recommend if you have that issue because it is a true translucent powder, but it doesn't give you a white cast at all. This is also a clean brand at Sephora as well, so if you're interested in that, it's a really good one to check out. And then for a drugstore, this Pacifica 100% vegan and cruelty-free Cherry Velvet Matte Translucent Setting Powder has been so beautiful with all the foundations that I've wanted to try. It's also beautiful with this foundation. This combo is so stunning. It's a very smooth powder. I can't tell you if it's flash resistant because I have not tried it. If you don't like cherry scents, you might not like this. I'm not a big cherry person. This is not bad. This is not bad at all. I can handle this. I love the way it makes all my foundations look. I just, you know, I handle it. I handle the smell because it doesn't linger throughout the day like some other products do. So absolutely love that. Definitely give it a go if you are looking for a drugstore loose powder to try out. Let's move on to these little guys. These are the Cover FX Monochromatic Bronzer and Blush Duo. So this one's the bronzer duo. This is the blush duo. I decided to give these a try because I saw a lot of people recommending them. I love this bronzer duo. This is so beautiful, and it's my favorite bronzer to warm up the skin with because it is so nice and warm. And then you also have this shade right here, which it's a little intimidating for someone like me who has texture. I don't always think I'm gonna go into this kind of product. What I'll do is I'll kind of just bronze my skin with this one right here to give me an all over bronzy look. And then I'll take the more glow side and I'll just put this on my cheeks if I really don't want to do blush, or if I just want something a little bit more glowy, I'll add this on top. And I like it because it's not glittery. It's just a really pretty shimmer. You can see right there, it just has a nice glow. I find that it just blends into the skin really well, but doesn't accentuate texture like I thought it would. So I've been very impressed with these. This also has a mirror. And again, this bronzer duo is like my perfect color and I'm obsessed with it. Also, this is the Sun-Kissed Bronze, and then this blush duo is in Warm Honey. I just love warm shades, especially for summer. It's my favorite. It's a little bit more on the darker side, but again, it is more warm, and you have the option to kind of give it more of a glow or stick with the matte side. Again, since these aren't like shimmers, they look really great on the skin. They look great over texture, and this color is just stunning. I love it so much. It goes with every look that I do, mainly because I do a lot of natural looks. Definitely check these out. They are definitely worth the money. If you've kind of been on the fence about it, I say give it a go. Even if you just got one, they are phenomenal. I'm going to talk about another, actually I have kind of like 3 more blush bronzers. So this one is the Sugar Rush Sun and Fun Baked Bronzer. So that is what this looks like. Don't mind my self-tanner. We're going to talk about this at the end of the video. This is so good. Okay, I was gonna give this away because that's what I tend to do. I will give, like, when I get PR in, I'll kind of go through things and be like, oh, this interests me, this doesn't interest me, and I'll get rid of stuff that I don't want to use because I don't know, I just find it wasteful to get PR and just do a video on those products for one video unless I'm super interested in the whole collection. I would just much rather give those away and just keep the products that I want to talk about. So I was going to give this away, and then I think I saw someone use this and I was like, I'm going to go take the rip back out real quick because I wanted to try this so bad. This is a beautiful, like warm, kind of terracotta bronzer. It is more of a matte. It has maybe a little bit of a glow, but not much. But this one really does look great on the skin. I was so impressed by it. I think I get just a little bit nervous with baked products because you never know how it's gonna look on the skin. But this one blends like a dream. It is absolutely beautiful. The color is perfection. Like if you're looking for something that's a little bit more affordable, I highly recommend this Sugar Rush one. And then another blush palette I want to talk about is this Bare Minerals Desert Bloom Blush Trio. I love all of these shades. This one is one I'll use more in the fall winter time, but this coral and this pink are so pretty. They blend really well. They go with so many different looks, and again, this is a great product that you can travel with, and they're all matte, so they're not going to accentuate any texture, any pores. Just beautiful. And then the last bronzer blush item I want to talk about is this Pacifica Radiance powders, specifically for one product in here, which is the highlight shade in Glimmer Shimmer. This one, again, you can see it in that Pacifica video that I uploaded, but it is just so good. Now, the one I'm wearing right now, I just tried out today and I was like, oh, this one's really good too, which you guys will have to, I think the video might be up, but it was the drugstore first impressions video. It might be up for this one or after this one. But this one is so good too. It just looks so good on the skin. It's very smooth. It's very glowy. It looks amazing in photos. It looks so good in photos. When I told you guys we went to that military ball and had pictures taken, professional ones, that highlight was poppin'. It looks so good. So I really love this, mainly just for that color. These other ones are more muted. They are nice, but I would have to wait till I'm a little bit more fair to wear them. If you have texture, anything like that, and you don't like shimmery highlights, but you want something that's gonna pop, that's it. Another highlight product before we move on to lip and eye products is this Melt Cosmetics Stargazer Highlight. When I first got it, I was like, oh, it's okay, like in the pan and swatching it. Putting it on your skin, it is blinding. It is so nice. I really like Melt Cosmetics too. I saw that they were on Sephora, so I purchased a few things. I haven't tried out the eyeshadows enough, and I still have one palette that I need to use, but I've tried out a few of their eyeshadows. Very pigmented and beautiful. And I've also tried a liquid lip from them, and I've so far been impressed with everything that I've purchased from them. So I love this product. Like I said, it is very intense and beautiful. It is not one that is really going to accentuate your texture at all. Do you see that? It's thunderstorming. A very nice, smooth highlighter, and this color, Stargazer, is perfect for me. This is one of my favorite shades. Definitely recommend checking out Melt Cosmetics in general, and if you're interested in splurging, this highlighter is perfection. Next up, we have these Too Faced Crystal Whips Shimmer Eyeshadow Veils. These are so pretty, and I use them so much this month. I use them for really nice photos. I use them just like for everyday looks, something easy to really make my eyes pop. I use them with lashes, without lashes, and I was just super impressed with all of them. These are my 3 shades that I kept and that I really love. I've used all 3 of them. We have Pop the Bubbly, which is more of a really nice champagne color. So that one's Pop the Bubbly. It has like a hint of gold too. We also have Turn Up, which is a gorgeous copper. I loved this color. So there is Turn Up. And that's beautiful for if you want to do like a nice all over bronze look. Also Totally Whipped, which is this pretty mauve-y pink. This one kind of has like a duochrome feel. Like it's gold, pink, mauve. It's really, really beautiful. So these are my top 3 shades for sure that I have used and loved. I also adore the packaging of these. I think they're absolutely stunning. They're travel friendly. You can literally just throw these in your bag and go. And I just love how easy they were to use. You know, you can just pop them on, put a little bit into the crease, and you're done. So if you're looking for more of a shadow that's going to pop, this is the way to go. They're stunning. I mean, you can use them day to night. They're beautiful. So highly recommend these from Too Faced. A brow product that I actually tried this month that was kind of expensive, but it has been so nice. I've been really enjoying it. It's the Dior Show Pump in Brow. So I love this a lot because it kind of lightens my brows. The color I got is 021, which I think is the medium one, whatever the lightest one is on the site. It does have little fibers in there, but it fills in your brows so perfectly. Like, it's not too overdone. It looks very natural. It also adds like those little bits of highlight into your brows. I love to go with lighter shades for brow products like this because I love that look of just like natural highlights in your brows. It kind of sounds weird, but to me it makes it look more natural. I love this. It's been really great. It holds my brows in place and it's really pretty packaging too. Last but not least, we have got to talk about these beautiful lip glosses from Hourglass. I really fell in love with these this month, but my two favorite shades are Sublime and Child. This one is Child, this one's Sublime. Child is just a little bit more peachy. I love the applicator of these. They're just a nice flat applicator. They hold a lot of product. Oh, they're so pigmented. They are beautiful. I love them. They make your lips look super glossy. They do have a slight minty kind of tingle to them, but it's nothing crazy at all. I am not a plumping gloss kind of person. Listen, I can't stand the fire on my lips. What's the one? Is it Buxom? Buxom has those minty ones. I don't love those. This one has that minty kind of feel, but not as intense as those at all. If you don't like those Buxom glosses either, you might really like these. That is what they look like. They're just so beautiful. And these two colors right here are everything I need. They last a really long time on your lips and you talking, eating, drinking, and the packaging of these is so beautiful. Let's get into the products I did not like this month. I have three. The first one, I found a self-tanner I didn't like. I don't really talk about self-tanners that don't work for me very often, mainly because once they don't work, I'm like, bye, and I go back to my Dripping Gold one. Dripping Gold is what I've been using for a really long time and I've been loving it. I just find that it's super hydrating. I also love Loving Tan. That one's a really good one. It's just a little bit more on the dry side. A while ago, I was noticing that my Ultra Dark wasn't as dark as it used to be, so that kind of made me move away from it for a little bit, but I'm hoping they kind of get that resolved. I still really do love Loving Tan, but I'm kind of waiting until I can get my deep dark color back from them. You know what I mean? I saw that Isle of Paradise came out with an Ultra Dark self-tanner, and I was super interested because obviously, like I told you guys earlier, they're free of all these things. They're a clean brand at Sephora, and I feel like it is so hard to find a clean self-tanner. And this is the Express Ultra Dark Self-Tanning Mousse. Supposedly this is a quick dry formula. No, it's not. So it says Express Self-Tanning Mousse with our darkest formula yet in hyperviolet ash base gives your deepest, fastest ever glow with ultra hydrating agave extract for a tan that dries quickly and lasts longer. This does not dry at all on my skin. I don't know what it is. Every time I put it on, I just feel so sticky. It is pretty dark. I don't know if you guys could kind of see in there. But this is not the darkest formula that I've tried. I try a lot of Ultra Darks. Ultra Dark is my favorite. If I'm gonna do all the work to self-tan, I'm gonna be dark. I always try Ultra Darks in pretty much everything if I ever try new self-tanners. And I just wasn't impressed with this one. It wasn't very dark going on the skin either. Usually I can kind of tell by the color guards, even though color guards don't necessarily determine how dark your self-tanner is gonna be. I can usually tell by a color guard if it's gonna be a hit or if it's gonna be a miss. And I kind of felt like this one wasn't gonna work for me when I first put it on. I cannot get this to look good on my skin. I don't know what it is. I have been exfoliating my skin for 2 days now trying to get this off. And I just don't think this gives me a super bronze glow. I don't know. I'm sad that it didn't work for me. It could just be because of my skin. It might work better for you. But personally, I feel like this is more dry on me. It's not as like glowy and pretty. It doesn't last as long. So I'm not obsessed with it and I would not recommend it to you guys. I did do a full self-tanning video months back. I shared with you guys a lot of my favorite products and like pros and cons. And I did like the dark one. I just wanted it darker from this brand. And they came out with a darker one and I don't like it. I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts. I was so excited to try this. I actually had a follower reach out and tell me that this is on Sephora. And I was like, oh, I gotta go get it. And I went and purchased it immediately. I'm just not obsessed. So I don't know why. I don't know why it didn't work for me, but you know, it's okay. Hopefully if you guys try it out, it works for you because it is more of a clean brand. They do have some really good stuff like those self-tanning face drops. I do love those. Getting to the last two products that were a miss for me this month. First one is this MAC eyeshadow palette. This is the Natural Vice. I forget what collection this is from. I will put it in the description box below. I haven't tried MAC eyeshadows in so long and I just wanted to see like how they perform. You know, there's so many brands out there that have amazing formulas for their eyeshadows. I feel like MAC just kind of got put on the back burner because they don't have that great of eyeshadows. Sorry. This is what it looks like. It's a very neutral palette, nothing that's like super exciting. Unless you love colors like this and want a palette for everyday use, then you're attracted to it. You know what I mean? So I did decide to keep this because I wanted to see how it would perform. There's just too many brands out there that really nail the formula. I mean, I just tried this drugstore eyeshadow palette. It has more pigmentation and it doesn't have any fallout like this does. I forget which video it was, but I was trying this out. I put this all over my lid and there was fallout all over my face. I don't know why. It was just awful. I mean, you could kind of see it on the mirror right there. I was not impressed at all, and it just kind of reminded me why I don't really try a lot of their eyeshadows. I love their face products. I love a lot of their bronzers and different things like that, but the eyeshadows just aren't a hit for me anymore, and I just don't feel like they're worth the money. I think you can get really great quality eyeshadows for a fraction of the price that you would pay for MAC. And then the last mist is a hella mist. That too, but a mist. This is the Huda Beauty Resting Boss Face setting spray. Absolutely not. I do not like this at all. It might work for some people. I mean, it might work if you can get past that smell. It might work for you, like for locking your makeup into place, but I just can't do it. I think the ingredients are just way too much. The smell is just so intense. It's like putting alcohol on your face. This has a very strong floralish scent, and I think they made that floral scent so strong to really cover up a lot of the alcohol smell, because it does smell like alcohol too, but to me it smells more like the floral. I just can't get into it. It is not worth a waterproof hold to have this on my face. I mean, you can smell it for a long time. I would not spray this around my dogs. I would not spray it around my kids. I wouldn't spray it on my face. When I tried it out, I actually tried it the way Huda recommends that she does it, or her tip, which was using it on a sponge. That way I wasn't like directly having the product in my face, and it was still too much and it burned my eyes. So not a fan of it. I think this was a miss. Like I mentioned before, if you want a matte setting spray, something that's gonna last all day, just get the Urban Decay D-Slick. This is a pleasant mist. It smells really good, you know, and it keeps everything locked in all day. But again, I think it's personal preference. Some people love this product, and I think that's totally great. But for me, it was a miss, and I don't have a lot of Huda Beauty misses. You know, I don't dislike a lot of her stuff at all. That is all of my hits and misses for the month of June, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I know a lot of you are missing my monthly music favorites, and I so wish that I could include them into these because they're so much fun for me to do. There's just so much issues with copyright claims lately, you guys. I have had copyright claims out the yin yang due to doing music in my monthly favorites and things like that, and I just don't want to chance it anymore. That is the reason why they are not included in these videos. I'm so sorry, but I will leave my Spotify playlist down below if you guys are interested. I did create a monthly favorites playlist for you guys, so if you're interested in some of my music favorites, I will leave that playlist down below so you can go check it out and see what I have been loving this month. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!